Number one, because I have read your exclusion,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently, and I'm using a word in its very general sense, protester, or whatever. But I'm just using that. That often has implications or inferences that there may be some First Amendment rights or freedom of speech kind of rights associated with that. I'm not presuming what you would tell your lawyer or what you would ask, but if that's the case, then you may well wish to go to the ACLU, you may wish to go to the Portland Metropolitan Defenders, or some other group which may wish to assist you in that process. I recognize you, I believe, from being in my hearing room when I was in the city of Portland. As I recall, the hearing related to a Mr. Walsh. And so Mr. Walsh, if you talk to him, he certainly has access on occasion to legal services. Obviously, he was successful in federal court at least once. In a case that related to something that I dealt with. So I'm telling you that you might want to talk to him. What I would like to do is that I'd like to figure out how long it's going to take to get the lawyer and talk to the lawyer. I always make this warning when people ask for lawyers, and I don't mean it threatening, I just want you to understand it because it's what I do. And that is, if somebody says, I want a lawyer, and I continue the case, in other words, send it over, to allow them to do that, and they come back without a lawyer, then I tend to look at that person as they have not been truthful in representing what they were going to do. And it's not that I'm going to tell you that your exclusion is valid just because you show up with no lawyer. You'll certainly have an opportunity to argue whatever you want to argue. But I'm always disappointed with people who tell me they want a lawyer and then come back and don't have one. So my proposal is that I either set this case over for 2 weeks or 4 weeks.
Okay, here's the problem. I'm on SSI, so I can't afford a lawyer. So if I go to like Metropolitan Public Defender and they say, well, we don't do this, or if I go to ACLU and they say we don't do this.
Correct.
Joe Walsh is really well known, where I am not well known amongst, the activist community. Joe Walsh does City Hall a lot. I film the police. Okay, so it sounds like if I ask for a lawyer and I can't get one to represent me.
I'm disappointed, but I'm not going to change my decision because I will listen to whatever you say and the police officers say.
Right. The other problem that I have is I've called Trimet and asked, well, how do I produce evidence in hearings like this? Is there a proper forum in which to do that? The officer said they got video. I wanted to check out the video. Trimet, well, we don't know how you do that. So, we have obvious things that they're going to produce evidence, and I'm going to have no way of being able to look at the evidence. So I don't know what they're, I can't, it's hard to refute evidence if you don't see it.
Let me tell you relative to that. You have a right under the Trimet Code to request discovery. That's the fancy legal term for it covers a lot of things. One of the things it covers is a subpoena, and one kind of subpoena is called subpoena ducis tecum. It's fancy Latin stuff to simply say, I want you to bring certain documents or produce certain documents. I will take your request today as an oral request for a subpoena of any videos related specifically to your exclusion. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I will make that request and submit that in writing to Trimet. So they will produce it. I'm concerned about how I get that information to you.
Public request for information.
No, it's a subpoena.
You would probably send that to me, and then I would forward that to Harry.
Right.
If the thing that concerns me is the time element, because if you're asking for video footage, it's only kept for a very short period of time, it may not be available, and so.
But if, let's pretend that it is available, how does he get it? How is he notified that it's available?
You can contact me, and I can work with you, Harry, and TBD, and see.
All right.
Okay.
What I will do then, Mr. West,
Mhm.
is that I will submit in writing to Trimet a subpoena request for the video if it exists. All right?
Okay.
If it doesn't exist, I will communicate that to you. I personally will communicate that to you at the address provided. All right?
All right.
And I will, if it is available, I will tell you where and when you can take a look at that. Officer?
I've got the video right here. It is not a Trimet video. He's videotaping it himself. There's
Okay, I don't want to get into that. I just want, is
there are several videos around there. None of them are Trimet videos. I have it right here if you want to watch it now.
Mr. West, would you like to look at it now?
Yeah, I'll look at it
All right,
now.
let's take a recess. Let's go off the record. Thank you, officer. You may look at it now.
Did you want to watch it as well? Or?
No, I do not want to see it at this point. How long is it?
It's just. It's like a minute. It's not very long.
Nobody touches anything. Come on, guys. Let's get the food. I gotta get home. You're getting in the way of their cars. You're touching their cars, guys. They're hitting people in their cars. How are you going to say we're touching their cars when they put their cars on us? I can see, man. Let them be. No, I don't care. You can cry and use the pretty girl routine with me, but I'm gay. I'm not falling for it. The fuck? You can try harder, but it's not going to work. You can cry all you want. I don't care. Tell that to the families of parents who lose their children to police violence.
Okay.
All right, back on the record.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. West has had an opportunity to review Officer Helfrich's video, and I can hear voices. I have no idea what it said, and I'm not going to consider it as evidence in this case at this point in time. So you've seen that video. I will subpoena any Trimet video. If it doesn't exist, then I will let you know. If it does exist, I will let you know. But I don't have the authority to subpoena from Trimet anything other than what they have. The officers are here, and if you said, I want to see the video that they have, you've now seen that. I will ask the officer, you're not under oath at this point in time, are there any additional videos that you took or officers took that would be relevant to this case?
Yes. But it's Mr. West's video that he filmed.
Okay. Mr. West,
He posted a video on YouTube of when I gave him the exclusion.
That's great. Okay, so Mr. West, you did take some video
Yeah.
and you posted on YouTube?
Yeah.
So
And
you
I
have
know
access
I
to
know
that.
about
So
that.
you don't, yeah, so it seems to me from a video perspective, I make a simple request to Trimet to determine whether or not there is a video in their possession. If it is not, I will let you know. If there is, then I will let you know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So you are done with that. Is there anything else that you would need?
Any reports that were done that they have access to, police reports and stuff like that?
Officer Helfrich, do you have any additional police reports other than the affidavit that was submitted with the exclusion?
He was arrested on the day of that this video was shot. So there's a police report of that. I don't know that, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea what's written in
Is anyone here party to that report? No? All right. Do you know if Trimet has a copy of that report?
The only thing we have is the narrative for the exclusion.
All right. I can subpoena it, but I cannot tell you that I can authoritatively demand to get it.
Right.
So, is there anything else?
That's it.
All right, here's what we're gonna do then. How long do you need, 2 weeks or 4 weeks?
Well, here's the problem. I'm on SSI. I may not be able to have a lawyer.
Well, let me rewind my opening comment and say, forget that I will be disappointed. Just how long do you need to get a lawyer? 2 or 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. All right. That means that we will reschedule this for the 18th. And officers that are here for the case, I would appreciate you being here. Mr. West, I would appreciate you being here. Rephrasing it, I would appreciate it if you had a lawyer here.
Okay.
But I'm also going to tell you, and you're not going to laugh at this one quite so much, is I'm going to request from Trimet that Trimet be represented by counsel. I can't force them to do that in just the same way I can't force you to have an attorney.
Right.
And I'm going to ask them to be here since I'm anticipating that there's going to be the protest, First Amendment, freedom of speech arguments made, and I don't like to make decisions without as much information as I can get. And if I have full information, and I tend to make better decisions. If I only have bits and pieces, I tend to make really bad decisions.
Right.
And I'm not proud of those decisions, but sometimes I'm stuck with them.
Right.
The more you can bring, the lawyer you can bring, Trimet brings a lawyer, if the officers show up again, I really appreciate that, only because it gives me an opportunity to make the correct decision.
Right.
All right, anything else?
That's it.
All right, we'll be back on the 18th. We will schedule it for 10 o'clock on the 18th. I will reiterate that time and date when I send you, yes, there is a Trimet video, or no, there isn't. I will put that in that very short little note that I send to you, that just as a reminder. But I'm not legally obligated to tell you again. You are to be here at 10 o'clock on April 18th.
Right.
Okay? All right, we'll close the hearing. Thank you for coming, sir.
All right.